everybody, and welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mr. Craven. Okay, so today, if you're noticing and you're looking on my channel, this will be the last time I address this channel as ESO Daily. This day forward, this channel will be called Mystics MMOs. Due to the 4.1.1 PTS patch notes. I'll get into it and I'll explain what's going on. Okay, the Elder Scrolls Online 4.1.1 introduces a number of new features to test, including the Witches Festival Imperial City Celebration event and a new currency, event tickets. Please help us in testing these features. Additionally, we have a number of bug fixes that mainly cover the 2 new dungeons and new features in Update 19. The size of this patch is approximately 383 megabytes. If you hear that in the background, it's my daughter. I do apologize. Okay, so new features, updates, big changes, template updates, known issues, fixes, improvement, clockwork, Somerset, combat and abilities, itemizations, base game, so on and so forth. Special merchant and event tickets. Event tickets are a special new currency that can only be earned by participating in holidays, DLC celebrations, and other in-game events. Event tickets are account-wide, so an event ticket earned on one character is accessible to another character immediately. You can hold up to a maximum of 10 event tickets on your account, and event tickets cannot be traded, mailed, or banked. The first event to feature event tickets will be the Witches Festival, which will be turned on during this PTS patch. You'll be able to earn 1 event ticket per day per account by defeating any bosses, monsters during the Witches Festival. You can spend your event tickets at the Inn Parzio, found just north of Valkyrie Guard in Aradon, southeast of Davon's Watch in Stone Falls, and east of Daggerfall in Glenumbra. During the Witches Festival, she will be selling an Emerald Indirk Feather for 10 event tickets each. This unique account-bound legendary feather is a rune box fragment. The remaining 3 rune box fragments will become available during the future events. Okay, they're not going to spoil anything. Talk about the Witches Festival. Dremora motif, right? New motif during the event. Okay, some information. Imperial City Celebration. Prepare for double rewards with the Imperial City Celebration for the duration of the event, available to test on PTS now. Bosses drop twice their normal loot. So Telvar, stones, bone shards, so on and so forth. Treasure scamps. Okay. Fix an issue with busts, so on and so forth. Performance. If you have multiple GPUs, it's very likely you will crash when launching the game. As a temporary workaround, disabling Crossfire, that's interesting, or your SLI will allow you to log into the PTS. So if you have a Crossfire, there you go. Wrath of Crows no longer bleeds blood when struck by physical attacks. Players chomped by salamanders now hear themselves being chomped. Added voiceovers. March of Sacrifices dungeons. Some dungeon fixes. Moonhunter's Keep. Achievements. General combat. Fix an issue where you're unable to slot and use abilities. This issue tended to happen more frequently if you use Wolfhunter character template. Nightblade. Shadow. Shadow Cloak. Dark Cloak. Fix an issue where the minor protection buff was reducing your damage taken by 8% instead of 8%. Item sets, Light of Cyrodiil and Zon. Alliance War. Keep all upgrade will now get proper amount of wall HP. Siege, the damage effect from Scattershot, oil pots, and meat bags will now last 4.5 seconds instead of 8. And Crown Store, General, Houses, Furnishing, UI. That's it. That was it. So, you know, Rune Prison, not addressed. Light attacks on Werewolf, known, not addressed. So, yeah. What's going to happen for me? I'm still paid up for a couple months on my ESO, couple of my ESO memberships. I will be canceling them all today. I will still be playing on and off. Starting tomorrow, I will be covering Black Desert, especially getting players on the Xbox platform more familiar with the game due to its beta announcement this fall. So I'm looking forward to that. And for Xbox players that are looking to get into Black Desert, that's why I'm going to be covering this content. I want an early start, especially for when it goes to the PlayStation 4. Now they have not announced if they're going to run character transfer. I doubt it. But I'm going to keep my ears open. I'm going to keep glued. I'm going to give everybody the breakdown daily on BDO. I will be covering maybe some other games in the future. And I'm not necessarily walking completely away from Elder Scrolls, but I am taking a break from Elder Scrolls Online due to this update. And until they fix some of the known issues. 20k light attacks on Werewolf. RIP. I'm going back to WoW. Don't blame you. Yep, that's real. And that's going to trickle in PvP. Best believe it. That's an issue. And with this PTS, they don't care. And neither do I. So, I'll take my money elsewhere. Just the way it goes. It's the way it is. And I wish ZOS the best. I hope maybe one day they fix everything. They get everything taken care of and put back. It's a great game in PvE, but PvP, it's got issues. Everything will trickle. And I can no longer condone that. It's a great game. I'm not going to rag on Elder Scrolls. It will pacify a lot of MMOers. It's a great game. The devs have put a lot into this game. Major improvements. Can always use some help, but you know, there's always something that sinks the ship. And for me, it was this patch. So, you know, just the way it is. But I do encourage. BDO is too grindy for me. It's actually, I'm enjoying it. I've been playing for like an hour, and I love it. I actually really love the combat. It's an MMO meets Street Fighter type feel for me, and I love it. I love it. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty pumped up, actually, because everything in game is based around PvP. It's player, you know, there's no traditional dungeon setting. It's, you know, make your own content, different type of crafting system. I'm really wanting to just get involved in it because I know it's coming to Xbox. And I know players are going to jump on it. So for me, this is a move. This is a move in the right direction. Because being that it's coming to Xbox, it's probably going to hit pretty big. If anybody's familiar also with the gameplay of Dragon Hunter, it kind of plays like that as far as combat goes. I feel like it has that Dragon Hunter feel to it, or Monster Hunter Worlds. So it kind of has that Monster Hunter feel to it. So I'm really liking that combat style. So I'm really liking the aspect of the game. I'm really looking forward to it. And I know a lot of people are just going to be interested in looking at it. So I'm going to cover it. I'm going to show people how to set up controllers and how to get familiar with controller configurations. And, you know, because they'll be different from keyboard and mouse. They already have gamepad implemented into the game. Really nice. Really nice. And I'm looking forward to, like, getting into the guild and, like, getting into a guild in the near future. Getting into some of the siege warfare, that's what I'm looking forward to in the game. That's what I'm into. So I'm really pumped up about it. And I'm pretty hyped about it. And I'll be covering most of the classes, you know, day by day, trying to go over what's your best option when you enter this new game, when it comes onto console. How you can save yourself money, time, so on and so forth. Just get to the meat and potatoes of what you're trying to accomplish. If this game would be right for you, because it's not necessarily going to be right for everybody, and that's very important. But, you know, so is the MMO market. Once again, I will be playing Elder Scrolls Online on and off, because I am paid up for a little while. Other than that, though, I am backing up off of Elder Scrolls for at least the time being. So, yeah. Start a guild. It's a guild versus guild for the most part. Yep. Yep, already aware. I was reading on it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And when it hits on Xbox, that's one thing I'm wanting to do right from the get. Start a guild and get into the PvP, you know, the guild versus guild stuff. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm pumped up. I am more than pumped about a lot of this. So, yeah, looking forward to it. A lot. So, yep, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. It's going to be interesting. It's been a while since I've played in an open world PvP. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. 1 second. All right, guys. So there it is, pretty much said and done. And once again, I want to thank everybody for their support. Like I said, I will be popping in and out of Elder Scrolls because a lot of PvP is base game. So, you know, I'm not completely done with Elder Scrolls, but I'm not paying for any of the services this day forward until things are addressed. So I will be playing from time to time. So, yeah. So that's why it's called a Mystics MMOs. Hey, Calvin, what's up? Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, no changes on PTS to some of the major concerns we've had. And unfortunate, but that's my sign to say peace out, sauce. So, yeah, pretty much. But anyways, I want to thank, once again, I want to thank everybody. And I hope I do continue the support. I will give some build updates for the players who continue to play with some of my builds. And try to answer questions when asked frequently. How would you compare BDO combat to ESO? BDO combat is like Street Fighter. It's fast paced as hell. It's not choppy. It's kind of weird because when you're facing off, you can do like these counter moves, right? You can you got either grabs, blocks, dodges, and I am playing the Mystic right now, which has a lot of dodge counter to it, and it's really fast paced, so getting used to like the sidestepping is pretty interesting, but the way it works on a controller is nice and fluent. I really like how they implemented the gamepad and the feel of the gamepad, and especially when you're going from one screen to another. I will be displaying that tomorrow, some of the cool little things that I've already bumped into. So I'm going to be doing like a 3-hour stream tomorrow on my introduction to a beginner's perspective to BDO. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I really enjoyed the combat so far. I was like, within probably the first hour, I was hooked. I mean, it was kind of like awkward, but it's amazing. The combat system is, I can see why players want to play it. You know, there's not a lot towards the end game, like as far as raiding and trials. But when you start playing the combat, you're just like, this is sick. And you start seeing the progression of your combat system. And then you get to an awakening state. And you can actually, when you're picking classes, you can actually see videos of the combat prior to picking a class. So I'll be going over all that tomorrow. I am pretty pumped up, to say the least. You know, and especially since it's coming to console. That's the only reason that sold me on BDO. Was that I knew it was coming to console and it's coming to beta, and I was like, I want to try this game. I want to get nose deep first before everybody starts catching on to it. And once again, I want you guys to experience that journey with me. So when it launches on PS and Xbox first, you guys will be prepared for this experience. And I promise you guys, if it is anything like the PC, you guys are in for a treat. I promise. It's pretty awesome. You think it's coming to PS4? They already said it will be coming to PS4 after Xbox. But they have not released a date for when betas will begin on Xbox or PS4. But they did say the beta will be this fall for Xbox, followed up with PS4. So I don't know what that means. But, hey man, I'm open. I'm ready. I'm ready to get my hands into a new MMO, especially for the consoles. It's been a long time coming, and I'm really glad that this company has decided to make that journey. Because us as console players, I'm a PC player too, but as a console player, I know console players sometimes are looking for something different. And like I said, this game may or may not be for certain players, but that's what I want to prepare. Make them decide whether or not this game will be for you. That's what I'll be covering this journey up until the beta launch. So that's what I'll be covering, BDO up until Xbox beta, and we'll see how it goes, man. What you guys think, your experiences, your thoughts, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward. I'll be getting my ass kicked a lot, but hey, man, you know, we all got to pay our dues. We all got to pay our dues. So there we go. There it is. Starting tomorrow, Mystics MMOs. We'll be covering Black Desert Online. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, I also want to thank my sponsors for their support. I hope they continue to support me. And once again, I will be helping out with some Elder Scrolls content as I can. And that'll be awesome. I wish WoW was on console. That would be something, wouldn't it? That would be crazy if they did. But once again, man, thank everybody. And I hope you guys continue to follow me and support me. I would not be here without any of you. You guys have been the greatest. And you guys, and I looking forward to those who stick with me and by my side on this journey. All right, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystics MMOs. Want to thank you guys for watching. And once again and always, have a nice day.